Good morning. Today we're talking about finding parallel sides. So I know this is confusing and it's one of those things where you just have to practice. So we're going to practice right now. So let's look. When we do this, we're always talking about opposite sides. So if I draw a line on this side, what's the opposite side? This one. So you're saying if these sides kept going, would they ever touch? No, they're not going to touch. So these are parallel. Let's try the other opposite sides. And then that's that opposite. What happens? They're touching. So these are not parallel. So out of the sides, how many pairs are parallel? So there's only one pair of parallel lines. A shape with one pair of parallel lines is a trapezoid. Now let's look at this shape. So look at the red lines. Are they parallel? Yes, they're not touching. And then let's look at the purple part. Are they parallel? Yes, they're not going to touch as well. What's a shape where both sides are parallel lines, but there's no right angles? It's a parallelogram. So here it is, parallelogram. Let's try this shape. The orange lines on opposite sides are parallel, they're not touching. What about these ones? They're parallel as well. So what do we say? If a shape looks like a rectangle, but it's been pushed on its side, what is it? It's a parallelogram. Both sides are parallel, right? None of the sides are touching the opposite sides. And there we go, parallelogram. Let's look at this one. What shape is this? So both sides are parallel, as we can see. But this one is different because all the sides are the same. When all the sides are the same, but it doesn't make a right angle. Do you remember what that was? A rhombus. How about this? Just looking at the shape, you should know right away. What is it? It's a square. But what makes it a square? Are both opposite sides parallel? Yes. Also, what else makes it a square? All four sides are exactly the same. And there's one more thing that makes it a square. If you look, they all make a right angle. Remember, a right angle makes a perfect L, or a corner. So here, think of this as an L. Do you see the L that I'm doing in purple? That makes it a right angle. It can be backwards, it can be other ways as well. So see how they're perfect right angles. So let's try and review one more time. So on the left here, we have a shape. We're going to do opposite sides. These are parallel. The opposite of the other one is parallel. We have two pairs of parallel lines. We meet at right angles. But all of the sides are not the same. The red ones are the same, and the yellow ones are the same. So what does that make this? A rectangle. And then come over here. These purple ones, parallel. These blue, they're touching, so they're not parallel. What's the name for the shape with only one pair of parallel sides? A trapezoid. So I hope this helps. I think it should. So just take your time. Alright? If you need to draw the shape and draw it on paper at your house, then try that. So see what you can do.